traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean, memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We sat down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest tears. We sat down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean, memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest tears. We sat down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. traveling the mountains just to find the loudest tears. We sat down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean, memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest tears. We sat down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. We were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest tears. We said down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet.
Kronos.
So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find.
Welcome everybody to Battleknights Project India Season 1, Day 7, Round 2 now. And this is your host Kronos. Alongside me is gonna be who is gonna cast with me today is the one, the only, the infamous Scared Yet. Scared Yet, how are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing, Kronos, and thank you so much for that warm welcome. I hear that you've been casting here and there a lot, so really fun to be back on the desk with you again for this amazing matchup that we have between Team Chai and Coffee up against Shomonation. Now, we all know who Shomonation actually is. It's Team Vitality, so it's actually going to be a pretty amazing matchup if you talk about it.
Yeah, you know, the dynamic duo back together for this Battleknights project, and which is brought to you by Battleknights Esport, management by Mayura Esports, powered by Mobile Saiyans, and brought to you by your one and only Bad Tanker, the legend. And like you said, Scared Yet, we have Vitality Esports, just another name, same face but different clothes put on, just to show away that little bit of attention that they get whenever they go into tournaments. So at this time, we can expect a fantastic first ban being this Claude, who I believe is a meta marksman today. Scared Yet?
Indeed. Now, after these item changes, I was expecting those crit marksmen to come back into those plays, but still, people are respecting the Claw. They know the Trinity build is absolutely insane, even up to this point. And that is one of the main reasons why this tank meta is being counted again and again, right? Because you know that the marksman is going to shred those tanky heroes either ways. And now, over with the rework for the items, we are also going to see those crit marksmen come back into play. We will see them, getting their shine that they've been missing since a long time. But for now, we're going to focus down back towards the bans again. You mentioned Claude already been taken down, Beatrix as well. While on the other end, we're seeing Shomonation taking down the Fanny as well as the Joy. So we're still seeing quite a lot of mages up for grabs, and they're all on the table.
Yeah, speaking of mages, right? You have this Joy that can be played in the mid lane as well, but they don't want anything to do with that. They don't want that Joy diving into the back line. It's something I saw in the EU region, Scared Yet, where they first picked the Joy just because she can go and dive in the back line, provide that AoE damage, and has the CC immunity as well. And speaking of mages, they ban out this Valentina that has a lot of utility that brings to this draft phase where you got to think twice before you pick those heroes the Atlas and Minotaur. So far, it seems like this draft is going well, especially given the fact that we're in round 2 of this tournament. I'm excited for this match, and it's only going to get better from here.
That is true. Plus, there's one more maze that we're missing out on, and the one that had almost 80% pick rate. That's going to be the Valir. Vitality has a chance to ban it out, but if in case they want to go in for some assassin play, they might as well leave it open where it's going to be Uranus taken out of the picture. And after the emblem rework, we've seen Uranus being picked up a lot. I mean, a lot of times. We saw him going out of the meta like it's absolutely nothing and then roll back in style, just like the entire Fast and Furious franchise. Nonetheless, the Paramis is going to be first picked in. There were a lot of picks open, to be honest, but still they want to go in for some kind of insurance with the cult altar.
Yeah, they want that extra boost sustainability that comes with the call altar, right? So at this point, we can say that that is the nice meta mage in their side. However, I'm looking at this Masha being picked up. That might be a possible pickup here. Not something we see quite often. Usually a pocket pick, but nonetheless, they go for this Terizla pick.
10
years
of imprisonment.
All right. Locking in the EXP, and there's also the Brody coming into play. Now, they picked up this sideways.
Woohoo! Set me on fire and I'll blaze through the battle!
But it still gives them the room for that flexibility of, getting any kind of jungler, maybe an assassin, even a tanky jungle, or, you might as well see a Paquito inside the jungle, but that's again a little too obnoxious, I guess. We don't usually see people picking up Paquito in the jungle these days a lot often, but nonetheless, let's see.
Your team is picking.
3,000 worlds, and not a single
This
worthy
time,
foe.
Your team
the choice is
banning.
mine.
But even Xbox can play in the jungle and Martis back inside that EXP lane. Plus, there's also a chance for Martis to play in the jungle and Xbox in the EXP. Both of those combinations are going to work pretty well. But the question is, what kind of marksman are they going to lock in order to stop the Brody?
Sniper ready.
Find
Give me a
some kind of
target.
an answer for that. Because again, Brody early to mid game snowball potential is absolutely insane. But for now, for the third pick for Shomonation. If they pick the Xavier, that basically means Kevin is going to get his hands on the hero he loves. So we'll have to wait and find out how it's actually going to turn out because the mage has, yes, been locked up for Giant Coffee, but again, they can put the Faramis into that room.
The smell of gunpowder in the
All
morning.
those picks coming in. That's going to be the Franco as well as Leslie being banned out by both of these teams. And Kevin has the Xavier in his hand. So any kind of marksman who has got the be the answer. Otherwise, Xavier is going to melt down that backline way too quickly. I still think that 1-1 can be a possible option. And they can probably go for it if they want to Kronos.
Yeah, this 1-1 would be a great pick in the marksman in the goal lane. However, it does get countered a little bit by this Brody, only if they can get a little bit of help in the early game to let that 1-1 scale up to that level 4 where she has a crossbow tank and just go ahead and destroy the enemies whenever they have any frontline presence with that swallow as well. And right now we see that this Xavier here will be putting in the work. Just a matter of time to see will they go for a dive in a roamer or possibly a goal laner that is able to immune himself and just get into the back line. But right now we can see this Kufra and Atlas being banned out. Something I was just saying, you don't have a dive roamer, but they didn't want to pick up that Kufra. But I like this Arlot pick that's coming through that we're seeing in Vitality or Shomonation rather.
They can pick the Arlot, but where is it going to go? Rizla is the one who's going to go in the XP. All right, they lock in the Florin, and I feel it's a pretty solid answer because you basically have an anti-dominant size for 3 seconds in your kit, and you can also give that additional item to your jungler or maybe the golden if in case you really want the golden to snowball out of control. So I think so. Florin has been back in the meta and it actually is doing extremely well, regardless of the fact that people thought it might not do very good. So, you know, that heal, it comes in clutch, plus the anti-dominant size effect is something that helps those lifesteal marksmen a lot. But for now, we're going to see the Estes as well as the Melissa. Now, I am quite unsure about the Melissa pick. Being very honest, yes, has the potential to snowball. Trinity build works very well, but you've got a Xavier in front of you. So it's going to be basically you just standing there and him spamming his skills on a very far range.
Yeah, you have this cuddles and muddles combination, like we like to call it, that comes with this Melissa when she has that Trinity build, able to provide close that gap up when it comes to these team fights and having that extra bit of sustain that comes with the heal from the Estes, along with that called altar that comes in with this Faramis, will provide a lot of utility for that marksman to actually survive in these team fights. However, this Granger being picked up, not really something we see often, but it is a perfect pick right now going in towards these frontline presence that comes in with this Martis and Xborg, who cannot really dive into the back line. Yes, you have Last Insanity, but you won't be able to dive so back that you will be able to catch up with the pace that Granger has after he builds that Hunter Strike and that Brute Force Breastplate to get that extra bit of mobility, and pair that up with the Florin with that Bloom heal that you get, that you mentioned, Scared Yet. You are immune to that anti-heal that comes with the Dominance Ice or possibly Sea Halberd, maybe Necklace of Durance as well. And right now, looking at the draft, I can say Shomonation sitting comfortably, but it only goes to see how they will go and engage in these team fights where they have these Estes and Faramis.
True, and again, if you're talking about Shomonation, it's just as you mentioned, they've got a pretty solid drafting lineup and they've got this potential of kiting around, right? You've got the mobility as well. You will get the stun coming in from Florin, and then there's a Granger who, after the Hunter Strike and Brute Force Breastplate is going to just walk around like he's a Johnson. Well, just for a few seconds, and yes, that was only a meme reference. Nonetheless, the question is how well Chai and Coffee would be able to land in their combination, because yes, you've got an Estes, you have the re-engage potential. You've also got a Martis who would be able to set things up for you. But seeing he's actually on a killing spree is giving me a few doubts, because if it's a damage Martis, then he will be melted down before he could sustain anything or even try to give a setup using the Mortal Coils. And if he's bursted down, you do not have anyone else who can possibly give you that setup. Xbox, he is more of, surprise element who jumps in with the lasting insanity. But out of surprise, we're going to jump in the land of dawn. Everyone, it is going to be the game number 1 for this evening. And it's Chai and Coffee on the blue side taking on Shomonation on the red side.
Yeah, usually we see Chai and Coffee not really going together, right? You either pick one or the other. However, this team not able to decide on which one they want to pick. So going for both in their name. As you can see, they're trying to go and invade into the jungle a little bit, providing the Shadow Stampede with the pullback. There it is, and the slow coming out from Jojo as well. Just a little bit of a skirmish happening, nothing too great. Meanwhile, you were saying that this Martis provides that setup potential, right? But they look like a team that want to stick together, given that blessing of the Moon Goddess healing that they will need from this Estes. And you know who's someone that enjoys that and absolutely wants that to happen? Scared yet? It's Troll AB on this Terizla.
Indeed, you already know that Terizla has a pretty solid spell ramp coming in, and once the dominance effect ice effect is removed, I mean, my stumbling effect has not been removed yet, so he is going to get himself healed back up very quickly, and that might be one of the surprising elements that Shomonation has got in their bags. But again, we're seeing both the supports towards the goal lane. They know their win condition. Melissa, Brody, both of them need to farm up. Both of them need to snowball. They need their first few items. Brody, however, would get online a little early as compared to a Melissa. So Estes would be needed in that top lane. So that is going to give advantage to Shomonation in towards the turtle pit, I suppose. But none of the supports have rotated yet. And looking at the rotation coming in from Granger, they actually want to contest towards that top side. Maybe push Melissa a little more back.
Yeah, they're trying to gank this Melissa, not give any space to her to make sure she doesn't scale up. Like you said, you want this Brody to scale up a little earlier, get that snowball rolling, and siege at these turrets, chunk down those gold shields, and take down these turrets one by one. As speaking of one by one, they get this first turtle from the side of Coffee and Chai. Meanwhile, Scared Yet, we see a skirmish.
Indeed, Troll AB taken down, taking a ton of those tower shots. I didn't expect him to last that long though, but nonetheless, we're going to see a trade coming in towards the top side. Granger taking Melissa out. So that's a 1-for-1 trade, and a turtle as well going in the favor. I believe it went in favor of Chai and Coffee.
Yeah, it was you drunk, right? He's asking you that question, Scared Yet. You drunk already? You had the chai or coffee, my friend. You got to know what to pick. You can't pick both, but seems like these guys are doing all right so far. They got that first blood too, and right now they're looking to get that goal lead going. However, you can see the goal lead still on the side of Team Shomonation. Not really too much, but it only goes to show that even after giving away the first blood, they can still hang on to this goal lead. They gave away the neutral objective, but they are still there to play. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, the export gets taken low, but will recall as we might see a skirmish in the mid river. Scared Yet?
Indeed, that's going to be the skirmish coming in towards that mid side, wherein we're going to see Martin jumping in way too deep. Nonetheless, Thekedaar with the Dawning Light goes in for the disengage.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, you can see they're going at it again. You drunk, trying to get the Asura's Wrath onto Nihan, trying to get that CC going a little bit, but Melly here might be caught rock hard between a rock and a hard place as we see the Shadow Stampede connecting. Scared Yet?
Indeed, going to be bringing Thekedaar back into the halfway, but not quite there yet. He will survive without any major difficulties. He's coming in from Ani-chan, but that's going to be Martis going in way too deep. You drunk is just inside the enemy backlines almost, and they want to zone out Melly in the meantime. With the dawn about February, but that altar at the clutch saves the day. I mean, this is the power of a Faramis. It's basically a double support combination with the Cult Altar as well as the Blessing. He's gonna see the curse from the Granger. Rhapsody finishes things off for both of these supports.
Yeah, playing that music with giving them a face full of Rhapsody right now. As we can see, they're trying to go at this turtle. They might get that. You drunk trying to get the spoils, maybe get a retribution off of it, which he misses, and the turtle goes on to melee. And just when we thought the fight was over, right, we had that Rhapsody going in, and right now another one scared yet.
Indeed, they do not stop at all. That's going to be the Death Sonata. Not being able to finish them off. But here's the thing, right? They've got so much range. They have so much room to maneuver. You've got the Death Sonata. You've also got the Dawning Light. It's basically an entire free range that you have.
Yeah, you have that extended range that comes in with the Death Sonata, right? You can provide that big burst and that KS, like we like to call that. Meanwhile, the Dawning Light gets a kill in the bot lane. Or who else but Robert? Who else but Robert indeed, but nobody else going down. As you can see, both they're sieging at the top and the bot turret scared yet.
Absolutely. And that's what we said about this combination. You have so much room to work with. You've got so much mobility that you can literally. What that was? That's what you get from the sixth bullet of Granger. This is definitely critting. That's going to be Blessing of the Moon Goddess. Melissa still trying to survive, but they want to
Death
zone. And now
Sonata.
Justice will run out of the harm's way.
Dawning Light.
Dawning Light. He was way too high in that HP. I was not getting the kill, but for now we'll
In
probably
the
see the last
mid.
incentive. I'd get one, but Kevinator with a perfect flicker dodges.
Oh.
The last thing insanity puts Sixborg in the harm's way, who gets traded by Granger just as quickly. And again, with Shomonation after Shomonation picking the entire line of Chai and Coffee. The perfect penalty zone coming in from Terizla. That's a monster play from this guy. Troll AV, what was that?
Now, I'll tell you what that was, Gary. That was a 5-man wipeout. And just when we spoke about how Terizla likes them to group up together, and that's what he wanted to see, and he had that flicker, that penalty zone at the right place at the right time, sieging at the turret, and they not only get a 5-man wipeout, they get the tier 1 and tier 2 turret in the mid lane, and now they have this jungle open for them, and they will go and pick everything apart to make sure that Team Coffee or Chai are not able to get their jungle, since they really can't pick one of the other beverage.
But definitely we are seeing Shomonation picking them off one by one as another penalty zone trying to connect onto all four of them, but still Cult Altar along with the Blessing of the Moon Goddess gives them a ton of survivability, but no front line to tank all of that. That is the major problem that they're encountering in this lineup. They do not have anyone to face tank all of that damage. Xbox cannot give the setup to you. He can disrupt the backline. He can jump in when the enemy is in shambles, and you do not have anyone who can stand in front of that burst coming in from the Rhapsody and from the Dawning Light. But nonetheless, you can see the engage going in. That's going to be Rhapsody for the Godlike onto the hands of Granger. Another pick off. They hit double as both the supports fall one after the other. And it's Paramis not jumping back in the fight for the next 10 more seconds, and the mid inhibitor will fall.
Oh, it doesn't fall. They're actually able to defend, but for how long is the question? Because this Granger has been on point so far, snowballing his way to victory, 12-1, a kill score right now. The Lord spawning in about 40 seconds. They are sieging in at the top turret, but the passive is there just to make sure it gets taken out. The Blessing of the Moon Goddess coming out just to make sure they disengage. They're sieging at the mid turret, scared yet.
They will take it down no matter what. No more Blessing of the Moon Goddess available. Cult Altar, yes, there is, but I don't think so they can just rely on that one specific tool, because they need both of them in order to actually survive through that entire burst. You've got Melee with the torn apart memory. Xion, that's a double marksman composition who both excel at mid-game snowballing. So that's the composition the entire team of Shomonation has gone with, and they are using it to utmost perfection, because as for their late game insurance, you have Kevinator on the Xavier. And Kronos, we both know Xavier is not very famous in the meta outside of India, in the North America or even in the C nations. But Xavier has been such a priority pick in our area, in our meta, that you basically cannot disrespect the mid to late game damage. After you've got the Clock of Destiny, the Lightning Truncheon, you are just going to spam all those skills and spawn. Now we can see the spam coming in.
Too late.
Indeed, and they managed to pick one off, and the Venetians don't get from the three. The pipeline, Boxing Insanity tries to get them down one after the other, but they will fall like Skittles. And it's just two of them remaining, and Xbox as well as Jojo, and everyone else will be just taken down. That's literally Zavardo not connecting at all.
Ooh, but never mind, Scared. I think they're gonna take this game already.
Indeed, it seems to be possible as the Lodge is marching down in the mid side, and we're going to see the minions spawning in at the perfect possible moment. But that's going to be the dawning light from Kevinnator takes him down. There's Sonata still connecting. Blessing of the Moon Goddess is out there along with the lasting insanity, but it does absolutely no damage against the battle. And you see Terizla picking them off one after the other. Stranger gets the godlike. One falls, but along with the crystal, they will take that trade every single day. It's Shomonation with the victory.
Yeah, Shomonation with the victory indeed. It's like they're going to play bowling. They're taking down the Skittles. Totally getting a strike. Already got a wipeout in between the game and trying to get that later as well. And who needs a bowling ball when you have that hammer with Terizla just breaking everybody apart and getting them together with that penalty zone? And you were saying something about being in the mid-game, Scared Yet. They are two marksmen that love the mid-game. This Granger and Brody, when they get online, it's really hard to stop them. And if you take a look at the itemization, this Melissa that we were trying to say that was a gap closer, of a sort of a gap closer that they were looking for, hasn't really built a second item, only the corrosion sight. Didn't even go for the DHS. That's how much starved she was off this farm and gold. And seems like the game plan was there coming on from the side of coffee or chai, but not executing it perfectly. That's why I say you pick one or the other. You don't go for both.
Absolutely. They mixed up both of them and got a poison for themselves. But still, they tried their best. In theory, they needed a lot of things. You know, they needed a lot of checkboxes to be ticked only to get to a certain point, which they were not able to. They needed to survive this mid-game. And again, it's Brody, Granger, both of them in your opponent. You've also got a Xavier who obviously deals a lot of damage in the mid-game, and in late game is a monster. There was absolutely no way for the side of Chai or Coffee to survive that burst that came in. And Kevinnator with 31% damage dealt. I mean, we're talking about both the marksmen, but this guy needs the praises as well. Those slowdowns coming in, you know, those immobilizes as well as the movement boost for your own team. It came in at perfect point, and the Dawning Light connected like a perfect ultimate sniper of the Leslie. You know he's just going to hit you with those Dawning Lights. Even Xbox fell in towards that bottom side. But nonetheless, it was an extremely fun game coming in from both of these teams, and it's Shomonation who would be moving forward. But you guys should not go anywhere. Hit that like button, click on the subscribe as well, and follow. Since we will be right back with a few more games upcoming, and you'll see some few more new casting faces as well. So might as well just stay tuned to the stream.
Don't go anywhere. Stay hydrated. We'll be right back.
something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here traveling on want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here
You go for.
memories die out too hard. We were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest tears. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher.
Hello everyone, welcome to the special match today versus the casters versus the management today. And today we have my caster duo is special guest Haru. Welcome Haru to the stream.
Thank you, please. Here we have Linwell, Chronos, Pet Tanker Show, and what? Jinx in the team of casters, and Sandy, Mio. I don't know the names.
Adrian, King and Aether in the team of management. Let's go, the draft has started. So what do you think will the first bans will be from the blue team?
Well, we have a Franco ban coming up, a respect ban for our global Franco bubbles for Ether,
Mm-hmm.
and
Correct.
let's see what the management team is cooking up for their bans.
Do you think there will be any other respect bans going forward?
Well, not really sure. We from the management side, we have an export ban coming in. Addition ban, since I've been saying since yesterday, the true them is the dive coming in from the export is just too good to ignore. And a Valentina ban to ignore to disable the management team to pick her up and just steals the setup tank ultimates. The
Yeah, Valentina. Yeah,
yeah.
correct. Valentina can be a really annoying mage to deal with. She can steal your ultimates, and her passive, she can just snowball with her passive as well. So a good ban by the casters team as well. So let's see. I think they should ban Arlert. I mean, they still are. Yeah, like I said, Arlert, a really good strong hero in lane, can be placed as a tank, as an assassin, or as a jungler as well. Now Xavier ban coming out from the blue team. What do you think of that, Haru?
Xavier ban. I mean, not personally a fan of Xavier. Since in the meta he have fallen off quite a bit, but I think the current pets gave him a little buff in his S1. That he has been in a stable spot since then.
Correct.
I think
Exactly.
yeah.
Now, okay, the let's see what the red team bans. I think Alpha. We still have Minsitar open. Joy might be the surprise pick. Even Fanny. Do you think there are any good Fanny players in both of the teams, Haru?
Well, we have a Minsitar. I mean, Shoal can Shoal. I believe he plays Ling, but I'm not sure about Fanny. But we have a Minsitar ban coming out to uh, dis, uh, to disable the caster's
Dash
team
heroes.
to
Yeah.
pick him up, and the Death Heroes. He can be quite annoying against Death Heroes.
Yep. Grok picked up by Linwell over here. So I think a pretty decent comfort pick by Linwell. He plays Rome pretty well. And let's see what the red team comes up with.
Well,
still
I
have-
believe I believe we might see a Gufra pick coming up from Mio, but not sure. That's a Novario hover by Sandy. That might be a good pick coming up.
Mhm. they just remember they still have the Martis is still open, Alpha is still open. I think a decent amount of heroes, even Terizla, yeah, Terizla, really really good EXP laner, tanky EXP laner that is in the meta right now. Yeah, decent, both decent, really decent picks by the red team, and then Leslie to counter the Terizla, I hope, with the true damage, and Kagura, a decent mage pick that can offer a lot of damage, mobility, and vision as well to a decent amount, I guess.
Well, Kagura have been, in a stable, not really behind, not really above the average heroes, a
Mhm.
stable pick since seasons, and this is a quite good draft coming in. And we have a Clint to just, counter the Leslie in laning phase since Clint have pretty strong early game potential.
Mhm. And yeah, Clint is, I think, one of the few heroes that can bring Leslie out of her S1. She cloaks in, right? So Clint can use his S1 to get her out of it. So I think that's a pretty decent pick. And then Hellcut ban by the red team, I guess, to just take out that annoying alt of his. He's very annoying. That's all I'm gonna say. And then another, like I said, a really good respect ban coming out from the blue team. We know Mio's Kufra is really really good. He's, I think, personally, he's one of the best Kufra players that I know. So yeah, a good ban by blue team as well.
Yes. And that's a band coming in. Band has been pretty much good in this current meta, I believe. I
Hmm.
see a lot of picks, and they do quite decent. And a gacha band to avoid the surprise coming in. And I believe if they leave it open, the Ether might just pick it. So yeah,
Yeah, just removing that pick of potential by
yes.
the red team. So yeah, a Ling pick here, really, really good heroes. Ever since he came out, he's been in the meta, and I think once he gets snowballing, there's not much that you can do. And
And
okay,
since they And
mhm,
since
yeah,
the
please go on.
revamp, Ling has been a pretty decent pick, and the current new item, it's been really good on Ling as well. And we have a Minotaur pick coming in from Betanker and a Geelong Hover.
Okay, pretty interesting draft coming out from the blue team over here, the casters team. So I'm thinking the tank is gonna be Minotaur and Linville is going to the EXP lane, right?
Yes, and I believe they're going for an assassin jungle, and that's a Hayabusa Loken by Kronos.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, we have a roamer Yatoshi from the management side.
Yeah, you can see really tanky side coming out from the caster side. Let's see what I'm not sure what they can take to counter that. Since carry, I mean, they could have picked carry, but they've already picked the Clint. But Alpha is still open. Yeah, Alpha is a good pick over here with team fight, lots of team fight setup, lot of team fight potential as well. And yeah, they can, if I think this is a good combination with Terizla, because if Atlas misses his ult, Terizla can go in next, or they can uh, do it the other way around.
This is a good Atlas pick here, considering you can just Novaria ult and
Mhm.
provided enough, the range get bigger, so they can just go in and ult, provide enough uh, backup shit by the Terisla.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, correct. So based on these pickups, based off of these teams, who do you think has the upper edge?
in case for the team fight potential, both are pretty even, I believe, considering they have a Minotaur and the follow-up set up by Grog and the damage provided by Kagura. Meanwhile, on the other side, in the management, as I said before, the Atlas, Novaria, and Terisla, they have a good team fight potential.
Yeah, I think both teams have decent amount of mid game to, like, even early game, mid game, late game, they have like balanced out all of their the team composition. But interesting to see Minotaur going to the EXP lane. What do you think of that, Haru?
Well, I didn't expect this, but this is
Okay,
quite surprising.
yeah, this is really actually really surprising. But yeah, Haya, Grok, and Novaria, sorry, Kagura all helping Kagura, sorry, Hayabusa to get the red buff, and then yeah, just poking and prodding the mid lane, and then I think Grok was just trying to see if Sandy was taking his red buff, and he took it and came to the blue buff now.
Oh, that's an early invade coming in by the Hayabusa, and they managed to. Oh, the Novaria took the blue buff.
And with that, they get the first buff out of on Haya, and Linwell tries to get out. But yeah, do you think he can get out? Yeah, he flickers out. He baits out the flicker. But yeah, a really good invade coming out from the blue team. They didn't manage to get the blue buff, but a decent pick up by the red team. And in the top lane, as we say that Terizla kills Minotaur, but then he gets killed as well.
That's a pretty even 1v1 coming in, and we might see a potential team fight in the bot lane.
Linwell trying to hold off Atlas right now, but yeah, I think he should die over here. Yeah, a good pick off for Soul. Just the MMs just trying to farm their lanes properly, and then yeah, Linwell. I actually thought Linwell would go to the top lane, just because EXP laner Grok is actually really really strong.
Yeah, the Minotaur EXP is quite surprising.
Mm-hmm. And now both teams trying to set up for the turtle now. And then still both the junglers not level 4. Sorry, Hayabusa is level 4, but the Ling is still not level 4. He should get his, and Kagura picks off Novaria with a good team fight over here. Atlas and Terizla both coming in, and Lin will somehow surviving, but he gets picked off by the Ling. But yeah, Hayabusa trying to go off, uses his shadow, and then now his ult onto the Terizla, but he's like we know, Terizla is really really tanky. Mino sets up with a really good ult, and then gets 2 off. And yeah, they should be a free turtle for Hayabusa now.
Sandy on the link trying to contest the turtle and managed to get it and go off like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, a really good steal by Sandy over there. I think that should have been blue team's turtle, but I think he uses it. I'm not really sure over there, but yeah. Whatever it is, red team got the turtle anyway, so I think it's a really good buff for them. And now Soul just trying to farm his lane, while Linwell and Jinx, they're trying to hold off the others. Jinx should get off. Yeah, like I said, Kagura, she just has everything, mobility, and then escape. She has shield, and she has CC immune. She's just the whole package.
Yeah, she's just the whole
And
thing.
while I say that Kagura picks off Novara pretty easily, and then Atlas try to go into Grok with a really good ultimate to interrupt, but nothing doing. And now Kagura doesn't get the pick off, but down bottom, Haya helps Leslie get the Clint pick.
That's Mio surviving with the dot HP and recalling from the engage from Linville and Kagura. And here in the top lane, we see the group poking the Terisla, making him go back.
I think Terizla won't die to the Mino, or I was saying, he needs Kagura to go in, and yeah, she gets the job done. I don't think Linwell and Mino both, if they both can take Terizla pretty easily, but yeah, Kagura is needed there, and she was. So yeah, Kagura comes back to the mid lane now, clears the lane, and then the red team.
It's a free
turret. Yeah.
Lane turret going to the red team. Soul Sky on the Leslie forced to flicker away.
Blue team tried to trade turrets over there, but I don't think it came off. But now I think both teams will challenge for the turtle. Drog doing a
Well,
decent damage to Clint, and then Haya gets a pick off with. Yeah, that was an easy kill for him. And now, I think they should go for the turtle now. But Kagura goes in, really good ult by Link. But yeah, gets the pick off, and then Terizla. Linwell should die over here. Let's see if he gets out. And Terizla with a slow. Linwell gets in back again,
that's a
and then
dead.
the team fight. Oh, really good art by Mino, but where's the damage? Where's the damage? Okay, Haya comes in with the damage and then gets back, but he doesn't get the kill. Okay, Mio, I think he might be lagging because he did an empty ult over there. But yeah, Mino. Okay, Mino. I think I should try this out with in my ranked games now because I think he's showing a decent amount of survivability against Terizla. He can't kill him, but I think in the team fights and while contesting for everything else, he's doing a decent job.
Yeah, even in the laning phase, it's quite unexpected. I mean, Minotaur to just be pretty even in one of the strongest EXP laner right now.
Mm-hmm. Correct. While King tries to go into Leslie, but he fails miserably, and then Linwell flickers out. Then yeah, Bad Tanker goes in, and does he have his ult? And Haya goes in with the ult, and then gets the pick off on Atlas again.
They should, the blue team trying to get Turtle here, Novaria ults, and Link, we might see another steal or a secure from Aya here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if they do. Linwell is trying to keep him off of the turtle, but yeah, Link can be really annoying sometimes. But okay, Mino ult to keep him off, but okay, he does his S1, and then Sandy has to use his ult to not die, but he does either way. I think there should be a good turtle secure by the blue team, and
I
then
believe that's a mid turret coming in from the
yeah,
Western team, and that's a Novaria kill.
Jinx playing really well over here with Kagura, and yeah, she's helping her team out. Like I said, they had a little. I think they were missing damage a little bit, but she's playing a really a perfect game on Kagura right now.
No, the execute coming in from the Kagura with the combos, that's just enough damage to just burst down literally anyone in their comp here.
Yeah, Linwell trying to go in, trying to poke and prod, but comes out unscared. Relatively unscared. Kagura goes in. Leslie uses her ult for the vision, and then Hayabusa finishes him off. Soul with a very aggressive flicker in, and then Tanker goes in with his but misses his ult completely. But yeah, they couldn't secure the kill. But yeah, Sandy gets out with just a sliver of his health, and then King coming in with the Terizla, the really dangerous Terizla. Oh, he gets a pick off by Sandy gets a pick off on Kagura, really good pick off, and then he should die over here, and yeah, he does. And Linwell, I think Linwell and Tanker. Okay, good save coming out by Mino. Mio uses his ult really well to catches 3 people. Linwell tries to get in, and then Haya gets picked off again. Leslie and she should get 2 picks, and then Tanker doesn't even die. Really nice. And then King tries to go in, tries to see if anyone comes in his way. I think Soul shouldn't. He should. Yeah, he knows where he is. Yeah, if he uses his S2, he's gonna die for sure. And now Sandy comes in. Soul, can he get out of this?
That's an execute coming on of Kagura, killing, securing the kill on lane. And we have the Terizla just pulling under the nose from both the EXP and Roamer. And the Linwell just in the blue side trying to give vision to his teammates.
I think they're trying. As you know, Ling is really dependent on his blue buff. But as I say that, Mio again tries his ult on the Grok, but while using his S1, Grok is immune to CC as well while he's near to walls. But yeah, that they I think they were trying to, like I said, Ling is really dependent on his blue buff. So yeah, they were trying to secure it, but to no avail. But now, yeah, they're going on to the Lord. It should be an easy Lord. What do you think, Hardo?
Yeah, this should be a easy load considering the link is at the blue side of the blue team and Novaria just back there in the mid lane. Yeah, and it was an easy secure for the blue team.
Yeah,
Another
really good.
potential pick off on Novaria, and that's a Novaria kill.
Really good ult coming in by Kronos over here. I think, a good pick off by, because Novara can, give vision, which is really important in this game. And I think Kronos is trying to pick off Ling now, but can he do it? Nah, Ling will just get away. But Soul
Well,
trying to push off the lanes in the bot lane, and then Linwell is coming in to help him now. Uses his ult to get some vision, and then Jinx just with the Kagura plays. She gets the Clint pick off. Mio again. Okay, the number of times that this guy has survived with 10 HP is, yeah.
it's been two.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I thought it was no. I actually thought it was 3 to 4 times, but yeah.
Yeah, that's another team fight coming in. Betanker gets addition ult, and Kagura secures the kill on Mio. There is another counter setup coming in and gets off the roamer, and Ling dies to Leslie with the ultimate coming in.
Yeah, really, really. Only 2 people left in the management team now. Clint and Terizla. Can they hold us off? I think they should. They don't have, the blue team doesn't have minions in the mid lane. But yeah, coming in now. But Clint can, if he survives Kagura's pokes, then I think he can hold them off pretty easily.
And there's a successful defense coming in due to the lack of minions
Hmm.
from the management team. And Novaria here just trying to give the vision to check if the Minotaur or Grog is there waiting for a perfect set.
Yeah,
And,
and
and Sandy lacking his items, his early snowball potential, he's just forced to farm in the blue team side and just split push the whole match.
yeah, and now that the blue team is behind on gold as well, EXP as well. What do you think they need to do to get back in this game?
Well, what they need is a perfect, as I said before in the draft phase, they need a perfect vision out from the Novaria and a set from Mio on the Atlas and a follow-up set from the Terisla and give enough space for the Clint
Hmm.
and the Link to just
While
provide the
we
damage while we
while we
are.
talk about that,
Yeah,
Haya just gets in and picks off Novaria pretty easily. I think they should go for the Lord now, which we will do. A pretty easy Lord since Novaria is in their 4v5. I think they should be an easy Lord now.
yeah.
And yeah, red team just trying, Mio just trying to get vision. I think he suspects that they're doing Lord, and which is over. But while we say that, Jinx gets another pick off on Clint. I think this has been a pretty near to perfect game on Kagura by her. But yeah, look at the damage coming out from Leslie. He just takes off 25% of the Atlas's health, and then Kronos trying to get onto Ling, but I don't think he can do it.
Well, the Link again manages to recall under the nose of the blue team,
Mhm.
and I believe this might be. Well, the Link is trying to stop the minions from coming out, farming on the blue team side to for a perfect defense.
Yeah. Yeah, he's recalling right now. Just both teams getting in to kill the Lord, and then yeah, Hayabusa goes in with his ult. I think he should. Ling almost dies to the damage dealt by Hayabusa, but no, he doesn't. And then Linwell, he should die over here. Yep. Oh no, he gets off. Linwell again survives, but Leslie picks off the Terizla. And then just look at Ling. I think he can't survive 2 hits from either of these heroes. I think Lord is just. And then Mio goes in with a good ult, but no, it's. I think it's too late now. But I think a good defense coming out by the red team, and they do get it out.
Yeah, with no minions, they aren't able to end. That's a good defense coming out from the red team, and the set done by Mio was just too good.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, they had no follow up.
Yeah, just missing a bit of items and a little bit of exp as well. I think, uh, I think CC wise, Atlas and Terizla are providing enough for them, but yeah, just damage wise and exp, like the blue team isn't taking much damage at all except from the Clint, and Ling isn't getting any opportunities to pick them off.
Yeah, the goal difference so far has been pretty even, but they need their items and the right opportunity to just pick off and kill the damage dealers to secure a key to success, key to
Yeah.
win.
And Clint, I think, is going for the Blade of Despair, I think. And what do you think of that? Do you think he should go for the Athena or because Kagura can just in one combo, he can kill him. But as I say that Haya picks off Ling. But yeah, what do you think of this Clint build? I think he's building. Okay, he went for the Wind Talker. Okay, really interesting. I would have personally gone for the Athena. And what do you think, Hadu?
Well, personally, I think Athena would have been better here, considering the damage from Kagura. But then again, you can't really do much considering they have a Leslie and she just provides enough true damage. And while we're speaking, that's a Lord Secure coming up from the blue team.
Yeah, I think they're just looking to end it now. A
Yeah,
5v5 match. It's gonna be a brawl.
yeah. Either we see a successful defense or the blue team takes the W for this game.
Yeah. Then King trying to hold off the Lord with his S2, and Mino goes in with a really good ult. Then lot of things happening, and as we say that the Lord takes off the base. But yeah, good drafts coming out from both of the teams. Unfortunately, Link couldn't snowball this game. Good match played by both of the teams. And yeah, the turning factor was Haya and Linwell. They were the whole game. They weren't letting Ling sell, like he couldn't jungle properly, and Haya picked off Novara so many times, Novara and even Clint so many times, and even on the blue side, Jinx had a near perfect game in my opinion.
Yeah, the follow up by the Kagura and the you know one on one pick off has been quite appetizing to watch. I would say
Hmm.
the
Yeah,
damage coming out and just securing it with the execute, it's just too perfect.
yeah. Really good team compositions by both the teams, and yeah, that's it for the special match today, guys. Hope you everyone enjoyed themselves, and let's just wait for the next match. See you guys. This is me and Haru signing off.
something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here
Welcome back, everybody, to Battleknights Project India Season 1, Day 7, Round 2. And we had a bit of a technical issue in the back. Most of the teams that were supposed to compete today on stream had some technical difficulties, and they won't be able to. And that's why I have Linwell with me, who was alongside the game with which we stream for you guys. Linwell, that was a little fun, don't you think so?
Indeed, a bit of a tussle and a take through between casters and management. It was a pretty fun game here, just for fun and laughs here, giggles here and there. But yeah, indeed, guys. Besides that, it is a bit unfortunate. The other teams which have signed up aren't really ready to participate, nor or had a bit of technical issues, as said by Kronos. So we won't be having any of those matches today, and I'm guessing this might be the end for today. We might see more matches tomorrow, although.
Yeah, we'll definitely be back for more action tomorrow. But don't forget, guys, the casters versus management battle was won by us casters.
Indeed.
And that Grok on that roam position, Linwell, that was amazing, going the damage route too. Unexpected. I bet that Link never expected to get one shot at that time. And the same with that Minotaur in the EXP lane with our one and only Bad Tanker who's streaming this. And let's not forget that Jinx was on that Kagura as well, who did amazing, going almost deathless in that game. And let's not forget our one and only Soul Sky on that Leslie, who was the MVP for that game. And I bet the casters for that game, Blaze and Haru, brought out the best for that game, which is brought to you by Battleknights eSports, sponsored by Mobile Saiyans, the losing management side, Mayura eSports, and brought to you by one and only Bat Tanker, the legend who was on that Minotaur. Just a little trash talk by the casters to the management team. Maybe we'll have a round 2. That will be much better. You never know. However, it's all fun and games, guys. Just a little bit of banter going on from us casters. So, and Lynn will just take us out of here.
Yeah, I think that'll be it for that. But don't forget, guys, Kronos was on that Hayabusa and sniped the backline so many times, 1, 2, 3, and just make them disappear in a matter of a few seconds with that ultimate shadow kill. And that was just amazing. But that'll be all for today. And this is Linwell and Kronos signing out for this temporary.
But in the meantime, don't forget, guys, like you said, we will be signing out. But it was a team effort that came to you by both the management and the casters that put together that wonderful game. So it was, in the end, it was just a matter of teamwork and to keep the viewers entertained. So for now, we will be saying goodbye. We will be back tomorrow for more exciting games in this tournament. And this is Linwell and Kronos signing out. Have fun, guys. Enjoy your Sunday and kick back and relax and get ready for the Monday that's coming up tomorrow.
Traveling mountains just to find the loudest tears. We sat down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am. just waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean, memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the